Hi, in this video we're going to talk about how to validate your CSS code. In a previous video we showed you how to validate your HTML5, and so you essentially follow the same process. So if you don't remember how to find the website, you can always just CSS Validator, and you'll see it comes up right away there, or I can just see it here. So either way, you search, you'll see the top one. So you can see the CSS validation service, and so I'm going to go and copy the URL to my 502 page, but this can be done with any web page. You simply need the URL, or you can upload the file, but in this case we're just going to paste the URL in there. We're going to hit check. Now you'll notice that we got 3 errors. So in this example, what it's having a problem with is, if you remember when we were doing this example, we talked about CSS3 and some of the neat things that CSS3 allows you to do. Well, in this case, these browser specific, the Mozilla and WebKit specific things that are allowing these curved corners, that is what it's essentially saying is not valid code. Because the idea behind valid code is that it doesn't have specific code written for specific browsers, but rather it should work the same across all browsers. So to fix this, I can simply go back to Dreamweaver. I'm going to drag it open a little more. So the CSS3 code is in the header tag, and it's right here. So whenever you're developing websites, you have to decide how important it is to have valid code. For the purposes of this course, it's pretty important. We want you to really focus on, whenever possible, having valid code. But a lot of the CSS3 things are going to take a while before every browser will implement them without needing some browser specific code. And so you'll have to make a decision. Are the aesthetic benefits of using CSS3, do they outweigh the problems of not having valid code? And so that's a decision each web developer will have to make. In this case, I'm going to get rid of that CSS3. I'm going to upload this. Go back, and I'm gonna refresh. And sometimes I like to just check the source code and make sure that the correct one's up here, and so I can see that it's gone. Alright, so that looks good. So I'm going to copy the URL. I'm going to copy that back in and hit check again, and you'll see once again there was one that we missed, and this is actually in the footer. So once again, you just follow the same process of fixing it. In this case, these are really minor things because I know exactly what the problem is. Other times you might find that you're missing a semicolon or a closing bracket or something else. And so it's just the process of using this tool, this validation tool, to be able to troubleshoot where the invalid code is. Because basically sometimes Dreamweaver and some web browsers will show things that are invalid, and that they'll basically fix the errors. They're very lenient. Some browsers aren't, and so I'm going to check it again, and there it goes. So in this case it says congratulations, no errors are found. And so I can use one of these if I want to. So let's copy this, and if I go down into my page, if I go to the source code, I can scroll to the bottom. If you remember, we had to use a custom one before because they just, for HTML5 at the time of doing this video, didn't have it. But in this case, we're going to pop this one in. You'll notice that they're 2 different sizes. You can go through and adjust the size if you wanted to, and so ideally this would be done in a different image editor. So I'm going to save all. I'm going to re-upload them and take a look. So I'm going to check it once more now that I've added that, and it still tells me it's successful. And what's nice is when you add that badge, what's nice about adding that badge is now whenever I want to go down, if I click on this, you'll notice that it will recheck my code. So that's how to validate your CSS code using the W3C CSS validation service.